our first set of guests here today. We're delighted to have John Hibbard and Kerry Lowery from the Franklin County Humane Society talking about the new shelter opening up and the actual official grand opening here coming soon. But thank you all so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So, like we said, the shelter is now open, right? You all have to be excited for that. Talk to us a little bit about what that's been like, about having it actually open for folks now, and it's built, and we've been in it, and
Yeah, so this weekend will mark 4 weeks since we moved in officially with all the animals. This is our 3rd week open to the public, and it's phenomenal. And we're sort of still discovering things that, we go, oh, this is so cool. Because you can have a concept of something in your mind, but once you're in it and living it, it's exceeded all of our hopes and dreams, I think.
Yeah, and we've seen those, and I know you all have too, but we've seen them and shared them on the show, some of the early plans years ago, and seeing the blueprint and kind of the digital renderings, but it just feels, it's something different when you actually get to walk in and you see animals in the shelter and available for adoption.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun.
John, talk us through a little bit of the the fundraising efforts.
Sure.
So you're the board president.
I am the board president. About 7 years ago, we talked as a board as far as getting a new facility, and we were told by a lot of people we couldn't do it. We had a bequest that was given to us to kind of got us started, and we were told, no, you all can't do it, and this is the only amount of money you can raise, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. And Sam Marcus, our former president, he just kind of said, nope, we're going to do it. And our board just came together and said, all right, let's raise this money. And luckily, I'll say I had nothing to do with design. That was I removed myself from the design part of it. I just went to the fundraising side. So it was a matter of Kerry and Sam and the rest of the design team of what do you all need, and we'll raise the money for you. So it's been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. So much congratulations to you guys. It's just like you talked about, just perseverance, right? Because you just had so much. It's been such a long time.
Yeah,
everybody knew that had to happen.
But the fundraising, but then also the whole road issue that people brought in, and I can feel both of you all just. But yeah, it just felt like one more hurdle after another, and so it just feels great to be in there. I'm sure for you all just to be in there and operating and out of the old building. Yeah,
it's fantastic. It's been wonderful to see it all happen. Just to really be right in front of our eyes. We went through COVID, which we thought was going to derail us a little bit, but I think it derailed us 6 months. I think was the total. So we just kind of said we're going to do it, and we did it.
You guys had the big move a few weeks ago. How did that go? Like getting everybody in and moving all the animals over and.
And actually, it went incredibly well. We had a whole lot of folks from the community come Saturday morning, June 10th. We started at 8 o'clock, and by 2:30, we had all of the animals, about 120 animals, moved from the old facility. Of course, we had a lot of help from a lot of volunteers in the days and weeks prior to that, getting the building ready, getting kennels set up and cat cages set up and moving supplies into the building. So there was a lot of that. We had some recruits for the police department that came the weekend before and moved all of our spay-neuter equipment, which is kind of a lot of heavy equipment. So it really did take a village to get us moved, but it was incredible.
Yeah. And so you guys you mentioned you've been operating 3 or 4 weeks now, but you have an actual grand opening coming up next weekend, right? July 15th? Okay, tell us about that.
Grand opening and ribbon cutting.
Oh, right.
So next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but following the 15th, 4 to 7 p.m. Of course, we've invited all of the elected leaders from the community, as well as the ones who were in office at the time that some of the decisions were being made, and then donors. Of course, we couldn't have done it without our donors. We have some great local donors that really supported us, and then the community is invited as well. And we will have food trucks and games for the kids. The shelter will be open. We'll have folks there to try to, guide them through the facility and explain a little bit about the different areas, and then the ribbon cutting, which John and some other folks, myself included, will have some remarks as well.
Yeah. We'll have the Chamber of Commerce. They're going to come and do the ribbon cutting for us. And,
Okay.
it should be great. It's going to be a great event for the community. And, it was built for Franklin County, and Franklin County gets to enjoy it. So that's what
And what time will that kind of kick off there on Saturday?
it's from 4 to 7.
4 to 7. Okay. Awesome.
Speaking specifically of the facility, what are things that, and maybe people learn when they come next week, if they come next week, but what are different? I mean, obviously we know what it was like before, right? But like, what are the new things that people might get excited about or might need to know about if they're, interacting with the shelter?
Sure. So I would say the cats now have really areas designated especially for cats, including a couple of what we call free roam rooms where, they're not in cages, they're out, there are cat beds out, there are places for them to play, lots of toys on the ground. They also have a cat porch, and we have some bird feeders set up outside that. And then the dog areas are particularly nice, one because we house a fewer dogs, you can see there, together instead of about 20 in an area. Now they're divided up 9, 9, 10, and 10. And each area has its own yard with astroturf. We don't have to worry about mud anymore.
Oh, wow.
And we also have a really nice meet and greet yard for folks when they bring their dogs in. So it's bright, and it is designed for the animals. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing.
And we were really happy to be able to see the facility before all the animals were in and before it was kind of ready. But then me and Brett came back, I guess it was a week or two ago, and we were able to pick up that footage there. And yeah, some of the dogs were all very happy to see people, but they weren't sure what to think about the cameras.
Yeah.
So that's why you might see
Right.
them kind of running. But it was so cool to see the outdoor space that you do have for the dogs to run and play, and have the kiddie pool there too for them to jump in and refresh. And so
Yeah.
it's so nice to just see it and spend some time there. So we got a raffle.
Yeah,
right?
I was going to say, let's talk about the raffle.
We do. We had a RAV4 donated from Frankfurt Toyota. We kicked that off July 1st, and our drawing is November 4th at 2:00 at our new facility.
Oh, great.
So we'll be selling those. You can get those at Frankfurt Toyota, or you can get them at our New Leash on Life thrift store, or at the new facility.
Shelter.
Oh, cool. So you all probably have them there on the grand
We
opening.
will. We'll have them
yes.
there, and we'll be able to you can get as many as you'd like that day.
Yeah.
Well, great. Is there any other info you guys want to share with our viewers before we let you go here about the Humane Society? I mean, I know you keep your website and your Facebook pretty well up to date with animals that are available for adoption, and then hours and facilities and stuff like that. But,
Yeah, I would just like to say, we just want to thank the community for coming together to build this for us. It really took, a village, as Kerry said earlier, to do this. We had donations come in from out of state, from all over the county, all over the state. We just want to say thank you to everybody for making this dream a reality. It's been, and I would say it's been a dream becoming a reality. It's been fantastic.
Including our friends here at the plant board.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
yeah. Well, we thank you all
Yeah,
for
thank you guys
being
so
on the
much.
show
And
today.
Congratulations, and we're
Yeah.
super
Thank
excited
you.
for the next stage for the Humane
Yeah.
Society.
But before we let you wander too far off, question of the day. You guys have any thoughts about eras of music? Kerry, anything coming to mind for you?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 60s and 70s. Those were my. I'll tell my age a little bit here, but that was definitely my high school years, and that's definitely my era.
Yeah.
Holds a special place.
Yeah.
I'd say like probably the late 70s, early 80s. I'm a country music fan, so you kind of get more of
Nice.
your classical country music then,
Yeah.
your country music artists. So.
Are you a new country fan, or is that? I love asking folks that when they mention that
It
they're
seems a little
country.
bit. It doesn't really seem like much country music. It seems more like pop.
Right.
So
I hear a lot of
so I
people
kind of
say
like
that,
the older school stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of there with you. And some of the newer people, maybe like the Kentucky guys, Tyler Childers and Sturgill.
Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, Chris Stapleton and Sturgill and Charlie Crockett. But yeah.
Yeah, been a lot of crossover.
Well, thank you all again so much for being here. Again, the Humane Society grand opening is July 15th, and check it out and enjoy it, and enjoy the new facility as well. Thank you all again for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.